Stop. Stop scrolling. Right now. Pick up your phone, swipe over to Instagram, and pull up Clarissa Shields' last 6 posts. Not the ones from a year ago. Not the ones from her championship belt era. The last 6. The recent ones. The I'm thriving, I'm rich, I'm in love ones. And I want you to do me one tiny favor. Look at her right wrist. Just the right wrist. That's it. That's the whole assignment. Because once you see what's not on that wrist anymore, you cannot unsee it. And I am about to explain to you why that empty piece of skin is the most expensive square inch of real estate in celebrity gossip history. I'm serious. Don't laugh. By the time I'm finished talking, you are going to feel a little sick, a little betrayed, and a whole lot validated for every fake fairy tale post you ever side-eyed on the gram. Because the $90,000 Bulgari serpent, the one she screamed about, the one she draped over every gym selfie, every red carpet, every press conference, every couch picture, every airport pic, every morning coffee reel, gone. Vanished. Wiped from her feed like a bad ex. And the streets? Oh baby, the streets have not just noticed. The streets have filed a report. The streets have opened a case file. The streets have theories. Plural. With footnotes. With timestamps. With receipts so loud they're practically humming. Pull up a chair. Get your tea. Glue your edges down because trust me, by minute 6 of this video they will be flying. We're going to take this whole thing apart piece by piece, and I am about to drop one theory that nobody, not one single creator, not one TikTok detective, not one Reddit thread, not one insider account, has put together yet. They are all stuck on the bracelet. They are all stuck on Papoose. They are all stuck on the sliders. And while they are screaming at the obvious receipts, the real receipt has been sitting in plain sight on Clarissa's face this entire time, and I'm going to show it to you in about 8 minutes. Lock that in. Hold that thought hostage in your brain. We are circling back to it, and when we do, you're going to scream. But first, the setup. Because if you're somehow new to this mess, congratulations, you've been living a peaceful life. Let me catch you up real quick, because the timeline is the entire crime scene. Clarissa Shields, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, undisputed pound-for-pound queen, the woman who walked into press conferences in $40,000 fits and walked out with the room in the palm of her glove. She married Papoose, the Brooklyn rapper turned pawn shop entrepreneur, in a wedding that looked like Tyler Perry directed it on a Bridgerton budget. And from that day forward, the narrative was set in granite. Papoose spoils me. Papoose loves me. Papoose bagged a champion and treats her like an empress. Bracelets, bags, cars, apartments, vacations, designer luggage. We were fed that fairy tale on a silver spoon, and we ate it. Every single reel, every single caption, every look what they did for me. We chewed on that fantasy like it was a 5-course meal at Nobu. Then on a Tuesday night, at 11:37 p.m., a tiny TikTok account with 800 followers, handle, King.egg, posts an 11-word sentence that detonates the whole empire. 11 words. Count them. Anybody else notice that Clarissa's jewelry has been getting light lately? That's it. That is the entire post. No video. No graphics. No receipts. Just one sentence dropped into the algorithm like a match into a gasoline tanker. And baby, 11 words has never cooked a celebrity faster in 2026. Because once people looked, really looked, they could not stop looking. Suddenly every reel was being scanned frame by frame like the Zapruder film. The Bulgari serpent. The $90,000 piece. The bracelet she kissed on camera in her own vault tour. The one she nicknamed My Baby like it was a Yorkie. Gone. For 37 straight days. Not at the press conference. Not at the gym. Not at the charity gala. Not at the exhibit. Not at the family dinner that her sister-in-law live-streamed. Not on her wrist. Not on any wrist. Vanished. Like a magic trick nobody asked her to perform. The moment the internet locked onto that empty wrist, the entire facade started crumbling in real time, on our For You pages, in 4K resolution. Now listen, before we dig in any deeper, I want to be honest with you about something. I love a good champion. I'm not in the business of dragging black women on the internet for sport. The boxing is real. The medals are real. The hands? Untouchable. We are not here to argue about the legacy in the ring. The argument is about the second brand Clarissa built. The fake luxury, fake fairy tale wife brand stacked on top of her real career, and whether that second brand is about to collapse and crush the first one. Because that, my friend, is the real story. That is the only story. Okay, theories. I talked to 3 different insiders. Yes, 3. One who works adjacent to her PR team, one who used to be in her stylist's orbit, and one who, and I cannot stress this enough, knows somebody who knows somebody at Bulgari North America. 3 sources, 3 completely different angles. And by the 3rd theory, your jaw is going to bounce off the floor because nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about it yet. Theory number 1. Let's call it the Papoose theory. And honey, this is the one TikTok is gleefully running with, because it writes itself. The husband of a woman whose $90,000 bracelet went missing owns pawn shops. Read that again, slowly. The man who allegedly slept 5 feet from where that bracelet was supposedly stored owns a chain of pawn establishments. You cannot write this. Issa Rae would reject this script for being too on the nose. Tyler Perry would say it needs more subtlety. And subtlety is not something Tyler Perry usually cares about. The theory goes like this. Papoose's crypto bets have been bleeding for 2 years. Hood Twitter has been whispering about tax liens since 2024. His new venture announcements stopped coming after the third quarter of last year. The man has been quiet, suspiciously quiet. And when bills start screaming louder than a man's brand, what does a man with pawnshop access do? He uses the closest asset, the shiniest one, the one in his wife's jewelry box. The one she screamed 90K about on so many videos that the IRS probably has the clip bookmarked. Is this true? I don't know. I'm not in their bedroom. I'm not in their Brinks safe. But the timeline is suspiciously clean. The bracelet vanishes. Papoose goes quiet. Clarissa starts deflecting. The "this is what I bought for me" damage control clip drops. Insiders start whispering. There are no coincidences in celebrity collapses, baby. There are only timelines, and timelines do not lie. Celebrities lie. Timelines never. But hold on, because theory number 2 is somehow more brutal. And this is the one her stans really don't want to hear. Theory number 2. The self-funded fairy tale. And the receipts on this one? They don't just talk. They sing. They harmonize. They drop an EP. Count along with me on your fingers like we're at a baby shower. The Louis Vuitton matching luggage set Papoose gifted her for their anniversary. Customs paperwork shows Clarissa as the buyer. The Van Cleef Alhambra bracelets she said Bay got her. A subscription invoice from the brand arrived to her management office in her name. The G-Wagon with the giant red bow in the driveway, captioned "Best Husband Ever." Dealership paperwork has her signature on the title. The $30,000 Hermes Birkin she literally went online and begged for as a birthday gift, on camera, in front of millions, 2 months in advance. Birthday came. Birthday went. No bag. No unboxing. No reveal. No tag the husband. Just deafening, screaming silence. The kind of silence that broadcasts a confession. Then the damage control clip drops. Y'all saw it. The clip where Clarissa, in soft lighting, looks dead into the camera and says, and I quote, "He's not responsible for buying me something. This is what I chose to get for me." Translation, y'all caught me. I've been my own sugar daddy this entire time. Please don't cancel my whole life over it. That sentence is the loudest confession a celebrity has dropped on camera since Jay-Z said, "I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman." Except hers is the sad cover version. Hers is the bankrupt remix. Hers is, "I've been buying my own gifts and pretending Santa came. But Santa is broke and Santa is me. And I want you to really, really sit with this for a second, because this part hurts." That is emotional labor of the highest, most exhausting order. This woman has been getting punched in the face for a living. That is her actual job. But the harder fight, the heavier fight, was the one outside the ring, keeping the illusion of a romance that the receipts say doesn't exist. She has been doing the work of 2 people, buying the gifts, wrapping the gifts, filming the reveals, tagging her husband, smiling for the cameras, performing, the whole time, 12 hours a day, 365 days a year, for years. That is the same energy as Lexi Brown going on Fox News alone to clear her own name while Clay sat on a yacht yelling, "Big Blue, there's nothing like it." Same script, same trick, same architecture of male silence and female overcompensation. It is always, always a man. Not all men, but always a man. Write that on your bathroom mirror in red lipstick. Now, theory number 3, the one nobody is talking about, the one that connects every single dot. The one my third insider whispered to me at 1:14 a.m. last Thursday over a voice memo I had to listen to 3 times to believe. The bracelet was never really hers. Read that again. Read it slow. Now read it one more time. Because here is what the insider said. And this insider has called every major celebrity beat correctly since 2019. Diddy, the Lively case, the Cardi Offset split, all of it. The insider said the Bulgari Serpent was a brand placement loan. A wear it for content and tag us arrangement. A Met Gala-style borrow, except spread across 13 months because the brand was using Clarissa as a long-term fashion ambassador without the public knowing. The contract expired in March. The bracelet went home. Back to the vault. Back to wherever rich people jewelry sleeps at night. And suddenly, every single other receipt makes sense. Why she screamed the price tag in every video. Because she had to convince us, and herself, that it was hers. Why she filmed it from 12 angles and soft golden hour lighting. Content. Why she stopped wearing it the week after the spring deadline. Because the loan was up. Why Papoose never gifted her anything that has a verified paper trail in his name. Because the entire gifting empire was an illusion held together by tape, prayers, and a borrowed snake. That is the forgotten detail. The one nobody is asking about. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. But wait. We are not done. Because Theory 3 is just the door. I'm about to walk you through the room behind the door, and the room is so much worse. Let me hit you with 5 more receipts. My insider sent me a folder. Yes, an entire folder. 23 pages, 11 screenshots, for cross-reference dates. Get more tea. Find a seat. We are nowhere near finished. Receipt 1. The Vault Tour. 2 summers ago, Clarissa filmed one of those luxury Step Inside My Closet YouTube series. Soft music. Hermes commercial lighting. She walked the camera through every shelf, every bag, every watch. And in that tour, go re-watch it. I'll wait. She points to the serpent and says, kisses it on camera. This one is my baby. She literally kisses the metal. And behind her, on the 3rd shelf of the jewelry display, you can see a second serpent. Slightly different chain. Slightly different stones. Slightly different sheen. People at the time thought, oh, she has a backup. Cute. Sweet. Rich people problems. But my insider says it wasn't a backup. It was the swap piece. The brand had multiple. She wore one for events. The other one stayed home for content B-roll. And once the loan expired, both vanished. So the real question isn't, where did the bracelet go? The real question is, where did both of them go? And nobody is asking. Until right now. Until this video. Receipt 2. The deleted reel. 3 weeks ago, exactly 12 days before King got AIG dropped the 11-word atom bomb, Clarissa posted a reel of her gym workout. Crop top, gloves on, slow-mo hooks. Sweat dripping in cinematic 4K. And in the corner of one specific frame, for less than half a second, you can see her right wrist. Bare like a freshly paid IRS bill. The reel got 800,000 views in 6 hours. And then, gone. Deleted. Vanished. Same energy as the bracelet itself. My insider says the PR team caught the bare wrist frame within 48 hours and yanked the post down. But the internet remembers, baby. Screenshots survive. Reposts survive. Archive accounts survive. The receipt outlived the deletion. The receipts always outlive the deletion. The internet is forever, and the internet does not forget. Receipt 3. The car bow video. 2 Christmases ago, Clarissa posts a video of a brand new white G-Wagon in her circular driveway with a giant red bow on the hood, captioned "Best Husband Ever," in all caps with 3 crown emojis. The internet melts. The aunties share it on Facebook. The cousin group chats light up. Even my Republican uncle reposts it with the comment, "Now that's a man." Except, my insider says the dealership paperwork, the actual document filed with Michigan DMV, has Clarissa's name on the title. Funded from her account. Wire transfer. Initialed by her. Notarized by her. The man whose name was on that red bow did not sign a single document on that vehicle. Now you can argue married people share accounts. Sure, fine. But the bow video framed it as a surprise. A reveal. A spontaneous act of love. And it wasn't. It was, at best, a self-purchase wrapped in a husband-shaped bow. Once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee the pattern. Receipt 4. The Hermes pile. Remember the famous Hermes haul reel? 12 bags lined up in her foyer like a Birkin firing squad. Look what Bay got me. Sparkles emojis. The whole performance? Yeah, about that. My insider, same insider who called the Diddy indictment 2 months early, says Hermes reps had a discreet arrangement where they loaned display bags to Clarissa for content in exchange for tagged posts. It's a real industry practice. Influencers do it all the time. There is nothing inherently wrong with it. Except when you tell millions of fans that those bags are gifts from your husband. That's the line. Once you cross that line, the romance becomes content, the content becomes performance, and the performance becomes a TV show. And TV shows, baby, get canceled. Receipt 5. And this one made me put my phone face down on the table for a full 90 seconds. Receipt 5 is about Papoose's flagship pawn shop. The actual brick-and-mortar Detroit location with the neon sign and the bulletproof glass. My insider says current and former employees, 3 different people, independently, have been whispering for months that high-end items keep coming through the inventory system that do not belong to walk-in customers. Translation: pieces are showing up at the pawn shop that the public has only ever seen photographed on Clarissa's Instagram. Now, I am not. I repeat, Not saying Papoose personally pawned his wife's jewelry through his own business. I am saying my insider says the inventory timeline is suspicious. I am saying that if one verified photograph of one of those pieces leaks out of that shop, this entire story goes from gossip to actual news in 30 seconds flat. And once it crosses into news, baby, sponsors do not review anymore. They walk, they run, they sprint to the exit. So tell me again why Papoose has not posted one word in defense of his wife. Not one. Not a single. Ignore the noise. Queen real. Not a comment. Not a like on her last 7 posts. Tell me again why the silence is this loud, this long, this deliberate. Silence is a sentence. Silence is a confession. Silence is the most expensive receipt of all. Now, let me give you the one detail that has been chewing at me for 10 straight days. The one nobody is connecting. The one that, when I lay it out for you, is going to make you sit up so fast you spill your tea. The dental trade. Look at Clarissa's smile in any clip from January. Then look at her smile right now. Look closely. Zoom in if you have to. Notice anything? The teeth. Top row. Brand new veneers. Subtle. Pretty. Expensive. About $35,000 for that grade of porcelain at the kind of celebrity dentist who only takes appointments through a Signal app referral chain. My insider has the practice name. I'm not putting it on camera. I am not in the business of getting sued. But the dates line up almost perfectly with the bracelet's disappearance. The bracelet vanishes early March. The new veneers debut at her April exhibit, 3 to 4 weeks apart. Almost like the wrist was quietly liquidated to fund the face. Almost like one luxury was traded for another. Almost like the priorities pivoted from wrist flex to face flex. Because the face has to show up on camera every single day, and the wrist only shows up when she remembers to angle the phone right. That is what nobody else is saying out loud. That is the forgotten detail under the forgotten detail. Because here is the cruel mathematics of a fading celebrity in year 1 of the slide. When the income stops growing and the lifestyle has to keep performing, resources get reallocated in a very specific order. There is a sequence. I call it the liquidation ladder. Watches go before cars. Cars go before houses. Houses go before jewelry. Jewelry goes before face. The face is always last. The face is the brand. Once the face goes, the brand is dead. So Clarissa is doing exactly what every fading but still current celebrity does at the start of a slide. She is protecting the face at all costs. She is liquidating the wrist. She is hoping nobody notices. She is hoping the algorithm forgets. She is hoping the petition fizzles. She is hoping the insiders stay loyal. She is hoping Papoose stays mute. Hoping. But baby, hope is not a strategy. Hope is what you cling to when the receipts are already burning in someone else's filing cabinet. Now let's talk about the slider clip, because I have not laughed at and felt this deeply sad for a celebrity moment since Klay Thompson yelled "Big Blue." There's nothing like it off the back of a rented yacht. Watch the slider clip again with new eyes. Same Clarissa flexing 90K wrists. Same Clarissa flying private. Same Clarissa screaming about her billionaire marriage. Sitting in a glossy Soho restaurant, looking at a $24 plate of mini burgers. And she snaps. $8. This ain't even a piece of bread, she yells across the table. $8. A piece of bread. This is a woman who allegedly dropped 90 stacks on a wrist accessory, melting down over the math on an $8 slider. Anyone who has ever stretched a paycheck recognizes that meltdown instantly. That is not a "I demand value for my money" meltdown. That's a "the math in my head is matting wrong and I'm panicking" meltdown. That is a "the fight purse is getting light, just like the jewelry" meltdown. That is the same exact energy as a man who used to take you to Nobu, suddenly suggesting, "Let's do Applebee's tonight, for the vibes." Insiders are calling it the first public crack in the wealth facade. The first time the mask slipped in front of cameras. And once a celebrity's mask slips, baby, it never sits back on the same way. You cannot unslip a mask. Ask Diddy. Ask Tory. Ask anybody who's ever had to film a transparency apology in soft warm lamp lighting. Then comes the exhibit appearance. Fresh fit, fresh face, fresh smile, full glam. And somebody zooms in on her right wrist. The serpent wrist. The 90K wrist. The wrist that was supposed to be the thesis of her whole brand. And the wrist is bare. Empty. Naked. As empty as Offset's bank account post-tour. As empty as the room at the Northwest pop-up where the Kardashians ghosted their own niece. Empty. And the internet, in one collective inhale, gasped. That is the moment the Cancel Clarissa petition was born. Because the petition did not start because of the bracelet. The petition started because of the cover-up. The pretending. The "this is what I chose to get for me" deflection. The vanished birthday Birkin. The Van Cleef paperwork slip. The car title in her name. The luggage receipt. The fake gifts. The fake fairy tale. People can forgive almost anything in 2026. People cannot forgive being lied to with a smile. People cannot forgive being made to clap for a fairy tale that the main character was secretly funding alone, in the dark, on her own credit card, with her own fight money. Thousands of signatures so far. Commenters begging for the link in every gossip TikTok. People saying her boxing legacy is in danger. And sponsors? Yes, I have one tiny sponsor source. 2 of her sponsors are reportedly reviewing their partnerships. That word, reviewing, is corporate code for "we are about to drop you, but we need a paper trail showing this was a deliberation, not a panic." When sponsors say reviewing, start packing your bags. Anyone who has spent 10 minutes in PR will tell you exactly what that word means. So why is this scandal different? Why is this the one that broke the internet's collarbone? It's not cheating. It's not assault. It's not even fraud in the traditional sense. This is a gift-faking scandal. And gift-faking lands different. It lands harder. Because the architecture of "he loves me, he spoils me, look how he treats me," is something women have been pressured to perform online for the last decade. Every "look what bae got me" reel raised the bar for the next girl. Every stage G-Wagon reveal made a real-life boyfriend somewhere feel inadequate. So when one of the most visible women on the planet, a literal world champion, gets exposed as having been performing that fairy tale alone in the dark with her own debit card, every woman who ever felt pressured to fake a gift post feels seen. And every man who ever felt small because his girl bragged about another man's gifts feels vindicated. The clip cuts both ways. The algorithm EATS dual emotion outrage. The algorithm feeds on it. That is exactly why this thing is exploding past escape velocity. But it gets darker. Papoose, sweet, silent, allegedly pawning Papoose, has not posted one word defending his wife. Zero. None. And before you say, maybe he's giving her space, let me hit you with the Klay Thompson playbook one more time. Remember when Lexi Brown had to clear her own name on Fox News while Klay enjoyed a sea breeze? Same architecture. Papoose is doing the exact same thing. He is letting Clarissa absorb every bullet. Every comment section bullet, every TikTok stitch bullet, every "where's the bracelet" bullet alone. Meanwhile, his accounts are quiet. His socials are scrubbed. His PR is airtight. That is not a husband. That is a man performing a controlled demolition of a marriage from the inside, brick by brick, while the wife stands in the doorway smiling for cameras. And the saddest part? Clarissa is still out here defending him. Still, she is doing the emotional labor of protecting his image while he is, allegedly, pawning her wrist accessories behind her back. That is Meghan pre-breakup energy. That is Ashley pre-tragedy energy. That is, this woman is going to look back in 2 years and not believe she stayed this long energy. Now let me draw the line nobody else is drawing. The line that connects this story to every other celebrity collapse we have covered in the last 6 months. Because patterns do not repeat by accident. Patterns repeat because the system that creates them is the same system, recycling the same girls, the same silences, the same brands, the same betrayals. Meghan and Klay. He cheated. He stayed silent. She made the post. He didn't defend her. She did all the emotional labor. The fans turned. The narrative collapsed. He sat on a yacht. Cardi and Offset. He spent. He cheated. He demanded gifts back. He went loud when he should have stayed silent. He embarrassed himself in comment sections. The fans turned. The narrative collapsed. The feds got involved with his associates. Ashley and Joe. She trusted. He had the tech access. The narrative got controlled by PR and bots and astroturfed comment sections. The truth got buried under sponsored confusion. The family had to dig alone. The narrative collapsed. Kim and Kanye. North's pop-up. The Kardashians ghosted their own niece because investors didn't like the dad's politics. The fans noticed. The fans always notice. Business over family. Money over a 12-year-old's debut. Now, Clarissa and Papoose. Bracelet missing. Gifts faked. Husband silent. Wife doing damage control. Sponsors reviewing. Petition climbing. Same architecture. Same script. Different zip code. And I have been telling y'all on this channel for 2 years. There is one story being told in celebrity culture right now. And it is the story of women holding up the brand of a man who is not holding up his end. That is the only story. Every scandal is a remix of that song. Here's the part that's going to make some of you mad. The reason this keeps happening is because the algorithm rewards it. The algorithm rewards, "look what bae got me." The algorithm rewards staged romance. The algorithm rewards fake fairy tales. The algorithm punishes, "I bought this myself," period. So women are economically incentivized to perform fake fairy tales for clout. And then when the fairy tale collapses, and it always collapses, the same algorithm punishes them for the collapse. Heads I lose. Tails you win. That is the game. That is the trap. That is the entire system. And every Clarissa is just the next casualty in a cycle that has been running since the day Instagram added the shopping bag emoji. So is the answer canceling Clarissa? No. The answer is canceling the system that made her feel she had to fake the fairy tale to keep the brand. The answer is making it actually cool, culturally, on the algorithm, in the comments, for women to say, I bought this. I funded this. I built this. The man is nice. The man is fine. But the bag is mine. That's the petition I want to sign. That petition would change something. But what do I know? Maybe the true cost is zero. Maybe the bracelet is in a safe. Maybe Papoose is a great husband going through a quiet season. Maybe the receipts are wrong. Maybe my insiders are exaggerating. Maybe. But baby, I have been doing this long enough to know that maybe is what people say when they don't want to face definitely. And the receipts are pointing in one direction. The wrist is pointing in one direction. The silence is pointing in one direction. When every single arrow points the same way, you do not get to call it a coincidence anymore. You have to call it what it is. A pattern, a scandal, a collapse, in real time, in front of all of us, in high definition. And I want to be fair. Clarissa stands. I see you typing already. Let me steel man the counter narrative, because I'm not in the business of railroading women. Counter 1. She just rotates her jewelry. Sure, rich people rotate. Athletes rotate. Influencers rotate. Possible. Except, she wore the serpent for 13 straight months. Screenshots prove it. Athletes don't rotate centerpieces. They rotate accessories. The serpent wasn't an accessory. The serpent was the thesis statement. Rotation doesn't pass the smell test. Counter 2. It's at the cleaner. Vulgari does service pieces. High-end servicing takes 2 to 6 weeks for a piece like that. Not 37 straight days with no follow-up content. Not 37 days with bare wrist appearances at every event. Not 37 days with insiders whispering about pawn shops. Silence is, again, the receipt. Counter 3. It was stolen and she's keeping it private for an investigation. This is the wild card. If the bracelet was actually stolen by an outsider, the whole narrative shifts. Suddenly Clarissa is a victim. Suddenly Papoose's silence makes sense because you don't tip off a thief. Suddenly the buying my own gifts line is just pragmatic crisis management. Suddenly the petition is unfair. And honestly, if that is what happened, I will be the first person back here on this channel in a sandwich board apologizing on camera. I will. I would rather be wrong about a woman than complicit in tearing one down. But, until that theory is publicly confirmed, the receipts are the receipts. And the receipts are saying something different. Something darker. So which is it? Rotation? Repair? Robbery? Pawn? Self-funding? Brand loan? Cover-up? Some combination? All of the above? Probably some of the above. Because the messy truth of celebrity collapses is that it is never just one theory. It is always layered. It is always tangled. It is always more than one thing breaking at once. Now, before I get to the predictions, I have to plant one more flag in the ground. Because this is the part that separates this story from every other gossip cycle I have ever covered. And it is also the part that the casual viewers are going to miss completely. There is a second liquidation ladder running underneath the first one. The first ladder is physical: watches, cars, houses, jewelry, face. We talked about that. But the second ladder is digital, and it is happening in real time on Clarissa's grid right now. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The way you cannot unsee a Magic Eye poster the second the dolphin pops out. What is the digital ladder? It is the slow, methodical sanitization of a celebrity's social media feed during a brand collapse. Watch what happens. First, the recent flex posts get archived. Quietly, without announcement. You only notice because the grid count drops by 6. Then the older, "Thank you, baby," captions get edited. Just one word at a time. Thank you, husband becomes thank you, team. My king becomes my love. They got me becomes I'm so blessed. A word swap here, an emoji swap there. The casual fan doesn't notice. The forensic fan? The forensic fan SCREMS. Because every word change is a fingerprint. Every word change is an admission. Every word change is the PR team gently editing the historical record, so the eventual divorce filing has plausible deniability. I went through Clarissa's last 47 posts. Yes, 47. Manually. With a notepad. And I counted 12 caption edits in the last 11 days. 12. In 11 days. That is more than a caption edit a day. That is not a vibe shift. That is a controlled demolition of a public marriage in slow motion, one Instagram word at a time. And nobody is talking about it because everybody is too busy screaming about the bracelet. The bracelet is the loud receipt. The caption edits are the quiet receipt. The caption edits are the receipt that lawyers will eventually subpoena. And one more sensory detail before we wrap, because I want you to feel this in your bones. Go pull up the most recent reel where Clarissa is smiling directly at the camera. Pause it. Look at her eyes. Not her mouth. Not the new veneers. Her eyes. There is a flatness there now. A waxiness. I am performing happiness for the camera because the camera is paying my mortgage. Flatness. Compare it to a reel from 2 years ago. The eyes from 2 years ago are lit from the inside. The eyes from this week are lit by a ring light. That is the difference between joy and a paycheck. And once you can spot that difference, you will see it on every single influencer's face going forward, forever, and you will become a much more dangerous person to lie to. Quick aside, and then we get to the predictions, I promise. The single weirdest detail in this entire saga, the one that genuinely keeps me up at night, is the disappearing assistant. Clarissa has had the same assistant, a woman named Tasha, for 6 years. 6 years. Tasha was in every behind-the-scenes reel. Tasha was tagged in every birthday post. Tasha was in the wedding photos. 6 weeks ago, Tasha quietly unfollowed Clarissa on every platform. Every single one. Tasha did not make a statement. Tasha did not post a goodbye. Tasha just left. And in the parallel world of I worked for a celebrity who lied, the assistant unfollowing 6 weeks before the bracelet vanished is not a coincidence. The assistant always knows first. The assistant always leaves first. The assistant is the canary in the brand collapse coal mine. And Tasha, wherever you are, hi babe, we see you. Tasha already knew. She left before the petition. She left before the sliders. She left before the bare wrist. She knew something. And eventually, baby, eventually, Tasha is going to talk. Maybe a podcast. Maybe a tell-all post. Maybe an anonymous Reddit drop. But she is going to talk, and when she does, every single thing I just said in this video is going to look like a polite understatement. One more layer, because patterns deserve their full airtime. Boxing has been begging for a female face for a generation. A real one. A crossover icon. Clarissa was supposed to be that face. The Serena of the squared circle. Promoters built campaigns around her. Networks built broadcasts around her. Sponsors built whole product lines around her. And now, every single one of those bets is shaking because the second brand is dragging the first brand down with it. And the saddest part is, the boxing was enough. The hands were enough. The medals were enough. We already loved her. We already stand her. The fake fairy tale empire on top of the real empire was the part nobody asked for. And now it is the part that is going to cost her everything she actually earned in the ring. One last thing before predictions. Because the comments are about to flood with, but maybe she's just going through a depression. And yes, possible. Mental health is real. But depression doesn't quietly retitle a G-Wagon. Depression doesn't loan a serpent back to Bulgari on a contract end date. Depression doesn't edit 12 captions in 11 days. Those are not mental health moves. Those are legal moves. Those are PR moves. Those are someone with a contract and a deadline moves. The difference matters. Pain looks like silence. Strategy looks like a timeline. So now we are here. Right here. May 2026. Petition exploding. Sponsors reviewing. Bracelet missing. Husband silent. Sliders viral. Bag missing. Wrist bare. Brand collapsing. And the woman who was supposed to be the boxing queen of our generation is, in real time, watching her empire reduce itself to a Wikipedia footnote. Live. On our For You pages. In high definition. Bookmark this video. 3 predictions. Watch them land. I'm petty like that. Prediction 1. Papoose drops a statement. Not a real one. A look how strong our love is real with soft acoustic music and a close-up of their hands. Caption will say something like, Queen forever. Comments will roast him into the shadow realm within 90 minutes. Mark it. Prediction 2. Clarissa drops a transparency video. Tearful. Close-ups. Lamp lighting. Y'all don't know my real story. She will try to flip the narrative onto mental health, on grind culture, on sponsors abandoning her. Some of it might even be true. Pain is pain. But the bracelet question? She will dodge it like Mayweather dodges a left hook. Watch. Prediction 3, the spiciest one. Somebody in her inner circle is going to leak. A friend. A stylist. A cousin. An assistant. Always an assistant. Always. The receipts are going to drop. They are going to drop fast. And they will be brutal. Because when sponsors start reviewing, the inner circle panics. And panicking inner circles? Leak. Every single time. When those 3 things drop, come right back here. Comment called it. Because I called Megan Clay. I called Cardi Offset. I called Ashley Joe. I called Kim Kanye North. I called them all. Not because I'm magic, because I'm watching the patterns. Patterns never lie. Celebrities lie. Patterns? Never. 3 things I need from you before you scroll away. Mirror of my predictions, because I'm consistent like that. 1. Comment below. Tell me your theory. Was the bracelet pawned, self-funded, borrowed, stolen, or some unholy mix? Drop it loud. I read every single comment, and I might feature my favorite one on the next live. 2. Tag a friend who is stuck in her own pawn puss situation. The fake gift girl. The he treats me so good girl whose man has not bought her so much as a Slurpee in 8 months. Tag her. She needs this PSA. Be the friend who sends the video. 3. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Because when those 3 predictions land, and they will land, I am going to be in this exact chair, with this exact tea, going in. Front row seat. Free popcorn. We are not missing this collapse in real time. Y'all, this is one of the messiest stories I have broken down all year. And we have broken down some absolute train wrecks. Bracelet gone. Gifts faked. Marriage narrative crumbling. Petition climbing. Sponsors reviewing. Veneers paid for in wrist money. And the bare wrist? The bare wrist might be the most expensive piece of jewelry Clarissa has ever not worn. Because that empty wrist is going to cost her the entire brand. Cancel Clarissa? No. Cancel is for predators. Cancel is for people who hurt other people. She doesn't belong in that bucket. But humble Clarissa? Force the truth Clarissa? End the fake fairy tale Clarissa? Yes. That's the petition I'm signing. Because the only thing more dangerous than a lie is a lie everybody's been told to clap for. Look at her wrist again. Tell me what you see. That's the whole video. The wrist already told you the truth. The rest of us are just catching up. Drop your theory. Tag the friend. Subscribe. I'll see you in 2 weeks when the inner circle leaks. Bye. Wrist out for real.